Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 2 of building Daytona Beach theme park. So in this episode, before I talk about what's in this episode, the episode's still quite long. It's half an hour long. It's about 7 hours of footage, timed up 16 times. Ideally I didn't want it to be that long. I want it to be like 4 hours of footage and like a 20-minute episode, but I sort of struggle in where I want to stop with these. Because like for this episode, for example, I started on a log flume, and then ideally I wanted to get the log flume finished within the episode, but it's not. It's like half finished, and I don't really like ending an episode with stuff half finished. But it's just the way it turned out. I couldn't make the episode that much longer because it would just be too long and it would be too boring. But anyway, what I am going to do is I'm going to add like a timestamp, so like where I just thought of it. When I do like the overviews at the end of the episodes. I'm just going to add a timestamp so you can skip straight to that if you're not that interested in the time-lapse, because a lot of people aren't interested in the time-lapse, they just want to see the progress of the park, which is completely understandable. So yeah, in this episode we just build like some more shops. In fact we built our first shop, we haven't built any shops yet, so you can see here we've got what I end up calling the Storm Heart, which is like the gift shop for the Intamin ride we have, which is actually called Storm Chaser. Yeah, I built like a sign for it, which you might end up seeing in this time-lapse. I can't remember if I filmed it or not. But anyway, I'll show you at the end of the episode anyway. Yeah, so the Intamin ride is called Storm Chaser, and then the little flat ride we added is called Hurricane. And then also, yeah, so like I said, we just sort of finish up the area a little bit more. We had some shops and stuff. There's a few more shops to add after this one, or buildings basically. And then also we start on the log flume, which you'll see as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll be back at the end of it to talk a little bit more about what we got done. So thank you very much, and I'll see you very, very soon.
light that you can see. I'll take us back to times when lives were similar and times that all seemed easier. Don't be afraid, I'll be the one to guide you through this endless maze. Don't look so sad, your crying eyes won't dry. You've gotta drive with both headlights so we can see the world and we'll run away together like come close to me. I'll whisper in your ear the things that we could be. I'll drown us in the purple drapes that you were clothed in. We could live like royalty. I'll sing to you like a radio that's held beneath your window. Don't look so sad, your crying eyes won't dry. You've gotta drive with both headlights so we can see the world and we'll run away together like
Okay, so now that incredibly long time lapse has finished, we can go in and have a little look at what we got built in this episode. So there's quite a lot to cover, and I will try and cover as much as I can remember building in this episode. I forget where I build things sometimes, but yeah, I'll try and cover as much as I can. So the first place we started at was actually, before we even go to there, I need to show you the sign that I built for Stormrunner, because I'm not sure I've showed you that yet. Sorry, not Stormrunner. I'm going to keep calling it Stormrunner because I'm going to get mixed up with the real ride at Hershey Park, but it's actually called Storm Chaser. As you can see from the sign, and a little sort of hurricane thing on the side. The tornado, sorry, not the hurricane, tornado. Don't know why I called it hurricane. Anyway, yeah, so moving on from that, we also have Hurricane the ride, which originally I wanted to build like a hurricane like structure coming out of the middle of it, but because of the way the ride works, like it's not going to be possible for that to be done realistically, so I didn't bother. I might come up with something to theme it just a little bit, because neither of these rides are really themed, they just have names that are kind of themed. But yeah, but again, it's not really a theme park, it's an amusement park, so theming isn't that essential, but we'll see. It's quite cool to add little details like that sometimes, just to make things look a little bit cooler. But we'll get to that at some point, I'm sure, or we'll revisit at some point if it's something I want to do. But yeah, so the first shop we have is Storm Heart. The inside's not really done. I need to like download stuff off the Steam Workshop to put inside, because I'm not going to build like shelves of stuff, you know, like merchandise and stuff. I'll get around to downloading some stuff off the Steam Workshop and credit whoever's made it and stick it inside the shops. But yeah, the basic shop's there. I mean, it's usable. There's 2 like little kiosks in there and stuff. And then we move along, and then we've got Palace Pancake Parlour again, which is just another one that needs to sort of be detailed inside, but the outside's all done, the facade is all done, and I like it. I like the facade. I think it looks quite cool. And then lastly we have Smoothies, which I'm not too sure about the sign because you can't really read it like from any sort of point because it's just like half the wording. But we'll go back to that one and probably maybe change it. I don't know. Half of me likes it and half of me thinks it needs a little bit of work done to it, so we'll see. But I like the sort of like the roundiness of the shop and like how, you know, it's just like on the corner and stuff, and then we can just continue to build more buildings coming out here and along like a sort of main midway which will lead to the entrance of the park. And then anyway, as we move along into this direction, actually sorry, first of all, like the whole park's going to be based around this lake, so like this lake is going to be like the centre point of the park, and then the park's going to be built up all the way around it to make like a complete circle around the lake. So yeah, sorry, moving on. I didn't add this in the time lapse, but there's like a monorail track. There will be a monorail running around the whole park as well, and I just wanted to get that fitted in to like work out where it was going to go in relation to the park at the moment. So yeah, I just added that for the time being, and it seems to fit quite well. Yeah, and then we have also here the log flume, which was sort of the main thing for this episode, which I wanted to get fully built, but I've only got half it done because it was taking a little bit longer than I expected it to. Placing these fences and these like building this bridge basically wasn't that fun. There's just like a lot of things to do to it, a lot of placing stuff and a lot of rotating like individual pieces to make it sort of work, but I got there in the end. Well, in fact it's not even finished yet. I still need to add this part of the fence, but I'll get to doing that. Yeah, so we did the bridge, which is quite cool. Like you can walk over the log flume, you can get a cool view of the last drop of the log flume, you can look over the lake of the park, you'll get like a good sort of panoramic view of the whole park. And then you go over here and you can see the queue line for the log flume, which again is quite simple, but I wanted to cover it up because it would be quite annoying to have to stand in like the heat and stuff during a hot summer's day. And then obviously just a very simple station building for the log flume as well, which you can see here. We've got like some backstage areas in progress, so over here will be like the area where you can take logs in and out of the trough to be worked on and stuff, you know, just like a maintenance area basically. And then I built some gates here so that you got the exit path here, and then like these gates sort of block off where guests can't go, and like in theory they could be opened up to let things like trucks and vehicles and stuff go in and out. And then there'll be even more like work going on here, like with backstage areas and stuff. And then I've got like a plan of what I'm going to add into the middle of this area here, and you'll see that probably in the next episode, and then obviously you'll see the continuation of the rest of the park in the next episode. But yeah, sorry, that sort of like rounds up what we have here for this episode. The park is progressing quite nicely. We've added another ride. I want to keep on adding rides, I want to keep on going, and seeing where we can go with this park really. So yeah, anyway, I hope you actually sorry, that was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and that was this sort of stairway, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's just a stairway. It's like adds the realism. It's so people can be evacuated off the mid-course brake run if the ride was to break down here and they couldn't reset it. So yeah, so people can just walk down these stairs and they can get off the ride. And yeah, there's just like a gate around it so people can't just walk up the stairs normally. And it's like blocked off access point and stuff. But yeah, so that was it. I think that pretty much covers everything for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back hopefully quite soon with the next one. Thank you very much.